PRTC TV welcomes you to Jackson County High School for exciting high school basketball action, boys action tonight as the visiting Richmond Model Patriots be entertained by the Jackson County Generals. Hello and welcome to it. On behalf of Justin Lakes, TJ Isaacs, Mark Sulfridge, Hunter Carroll, this is Brian Murray. Good to have you. We are streaming live on this Friday, January 20th on our PRTC TV YouTube channel and our PRTC TV Facebook page. And Hunter Carroll, a team that we're pretty familiar with because they're just one county north of us. We don't get to play them a whole lot, but about everybody from Jackson County has heard of Richmond Model.
Yeah, I've kind of, don't play them a whole lot, but it seems like in the last little bit we've played them quite often here in the past. Kind of been a nice little home and away schedule that seems like that both coaches elect to renew every year. Like I was kind of telling Justin before we went on air, Richmond Model is probably one of my favorite gyms to play in, just to kind of how the layout of it is. Not a very big gym, but they kind of have the standing student section above. Anyone who's ever been to East Bernstadt's gym will know what I'm talking about. But it's right above the kind of the visitors' goal in the second half, which is just kind of a really cool experience that you don't see every day anymore, Brian.
What you mentioned about playing this team not a lot in the past, but more here recent, is certainly accurate because these two teams have met 9 times overall, but they didn't meet until December 20th, 2013. Now, for those of you that don't know the history of Richmond Model, it was the first laboratory-style school in Kentucky and is also the last remaining one as they opened up their doors in 1906, affiliated with Eastern Kentucky University, which was just launching at the time as well. From the Eastern Kentucky Normal School, and so they've been in existence 16 or 17 years now, and
Yep.
The two teams didn't play until 2013. But since 2013, and more frequently since 2016, these two teams have met quite a bit over the past 6 years. 9 meetings overall. Jackson County's won 6. Richmond Model has won 3. And these two teams just met, as a matter of fact, less than a month ago at the Berea Holiday Classic, where Jackson County beat Richmond Model 77-65. Richmond Model in a very, very difficult 11th region when you start talking about Scott County and Lexington Catholic and all these teams. It makes it tough for these smaller schools to lay in there because Model's only got like 720 kids. And you think about Berea and some of the other schools, we think we complain. They're going up against some big-time powerhouses.
Yeah. And I think, Brian, too, that Model's in that district with Madison Central, Madison Southern, and Berea.
They are.
So, kind of Berea and Model kind of seems like they might always draw the short end of the stick just going off of looking at their school enrollment versus Madison Central and Madison Southern's.
Madison Central, if I'm not mistaken, is over 2,000 kids now, and one of the bigger high schools in the state of Kentucky. But you're right, they are in that 40. I think it's the 44th district where they play. 11th region, 44th district, and they don't get to the 11th region tournament very often. As a matter of fact, they haven't been there in the last 7 seasons. They went back in 2015. 4 times I counted since online stats began: 02, 04, 08, and 2015. But just like some of these other schools that are small, sometimes they have really good teams. I found a team back in 2013, only 10 years ago, that went 23-7. But, Madison County, that's a big county, and there's probably at least a half a dozen high schools in Madison County. And just like everybody else, some of your times your better athletes will drift toward the bigger schools thinking they're in a higher profile situation.
Yeah, and too, everybody wants to win as well, Brian, and you kind of run into that of they would rather kind of maybe reduce their role and be on a winning team and have a chance to win the 11th region title versus going to a smaller school where you're probably going to be one of the better players, if not the best player.
Yes. Jackson County coming off a difficult loss here at home by 49 points to North Laurel, 80-31, but they have still won 5 of their last 7 contests and come into the game with a good record of 13-7, middle of the road as far as about 8th place in the 13th region out of 17 teams, while Richmond Model comes in with a win and loss record of 7-9, and they look like about 13th in the 11th region. We're going to step away for a quick break. We'll come back, get starting lineups, and get this game on the road. The visiting Richmond Model Patriots taking on the Jackson County Generals up next on PRTC TV.
Yes, we're all quite over staying home right now. But we can make it better by streaming the great shows and movies we've been wanting to see. PRTC can help. With fast, reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig, enhanced by reliable Wi-Fi. Stream all you want, no matter how many gadgets are going at once. And with our new GigaSpire Blast, you'll enjoy the ultimate Wi-Fi experience everywhere in your home. Contact PRTC to sign up or upgrade today.
We understand an upside-down world, but they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Who do you think is gonna fix all this? We will, because our future is the future. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day, and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more, because we have an appointment with destiny.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
There's so many great things about life in gig country, and PRTC is proud to be one more. A local internet provider with all the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power multiple Wi-Fi devices all over your home, we've got the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, give us a call, or visit us online to learn more. PRTC, your local internet connection.
You ready? You're gonna love this. To crank it up and rock it out. We took you backstage and we made you laugh out loud. We brought you great stories and a front row seat to some of country music's biggest stages. But trust us, y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
That's an avalanche of awesome.
This is the Circle Network, and we are just getting started.
And welcome back to Jackson County High School here on PRTC TV. Getting ready for boys high school basketball action between the home team, the Jackson County Generals, and the visiting Richmond Model Patriots. Let's get your starting lineups, first of all, for the Richmond Model Patriots under head coach John Morgerson in his 4th season. 21 wins and 69 losses in his 3+ seasons. 11th region, 44th district for the Richmond Model Patriots. They will start number 34, Cale Vickers. Number 24, Dylan Crockett. Riley Mollett wears number 32. Number 15, Leighton Coleman. And number 3 is Beckett Parker Noe. Now for the Jackson County Generals under head coach Greg Parrott. I mentioned a record of 13-7 on the season. Greg Parrott in his 12th season. Overall record of 171 and 169, so just above 500 for Coach Parrott in his boys high school coaching career. Starters tonight will be number 32, Carter Cunningham, also number 42, Keegan Ward. Number 24 is Corey Vickers. Number 3 is Ty Summers, and I didn't see if Jude was out there tonight or not.
Jude is out there, but I believe he's going to come off the bench. Kind of Coach Parrott has that rule if you miss a game for sickness or anything that you don't start the next game. So I believe they're going to go with the other senior, Andrew Gabbard, as well.
Andrew Gabbard getting the start tonight as he did against North Laurel. It'll be number 32, Cunningham, jumping against his number counterpart, number 32, Riley Mollett. And we are underway with one of those, the Ole Miss time jump.
Yep.
And tip controlled by Jackson County.
Model going to come out in man-to-man.
We mentioned that Carter Cunningham was jumping against his number counterpart. Ty Summers being guarded by his number counterpart. Beckett Parker, no. Man-to-man giving Jackson County a little bit of trouble here in the early going. Summers throws it, tried to get it to Vickers, but he had dropped down just for a second, and the ball sails out of bounds untouched, an unforced turnover by the Generals.
I believe they were trying to kind of reset the play there with Carter. Carter comes up at the big, and kind of some little confusion there between Vickers and Cunningham.
I left part of Beckett Parker No's name off there. It's actually Beckett Parker Noblet.
Yes.
It's number 3's name, the point guard. Number 34, Vickers. Here's the shot short. Back up, no good on the put back. Number 24 gets his own rebound again and can't get it to go. That's Crockett for Model. And we've got a tie up on the rebound, and the alternating possession favors Richmond Model, so we'll keep it on that end. Played just over a minute, no score here from Jackson County High School. Generals looking for their 14th win of the year. Model looking for their 8th win. Turnaround, number 32, can't get it to fall from the baseline for Riley Mollett. Jackson County with the rebound, and we head the other way. Carter Cunningham out top. Right side to Gabbard, looked at Ward.
Nice pass.
Good feed down low. Ward gets his shot blocked from behind, but if at first you don't succeed, Keegan Ward puts his own put back, and the first points of the game for either team. Jackson County also countering with man-to-man defense. Leighton Coleman, number 15 out top, trying to make a move on Summers. Can't get a shot off. Mollett penetrates. Free throw line jumper catches just backboard. Again, these two teams met just under a month ago on December the 22nd at the Berea Holiday Classic. Jackson County won by 12, 77-65. Three from the corner is off the mark for Gabbard. Rebound ran down by Coleman for Model. Doesn't have numbers, doesn't care. Floater is no good. Rebound to Ward. Had a 1-on-4 there.
Yeah.
Vickers gets cut off on the baseline, gives it to Cunningham. Cunningham pump fake, now back to Corey. 2.5 minutes played, only one bucket, and that was by Keegan Ward of Jackson County. Down low, they find Summers. His shot is blocked. Rebound to Crockett for Richmond Model. Number 3, 4-3. That one's good for Beckett Parker Noblet. Noblet gives Model the early lead, 3-2. 2-2-1 full court press by Richmond Model.
Yeah, Model coming with the
good feed again down low. And second verse, same as the first, just a little lob pass, which is not, anybody will tell you, it should not be your first choice every time is a lob pass over the defense, because it's got to be very accurate, and a good defender will intercept it.
That too, and you know, a good defensive team too, Brian, coming, if you're helping like you're supposed to, a lob pass really can never get in, because if it's coming over the top, then your helper should be able to pick that pass off.
Noblet drives the lane, can't get the shot to go, but I believe we're going to have a foul on Gabbard. That's Andrews' first and the first foul called on either team. I believe it will be it is going to be a shooting foul. Started to let him inbound it. No, non-shooting foul, okay, before the shot.
Jude Lake's checking in.
Gabbard steps out. Got number 10 in there, Bandari. Just checked in too. Quick shot with the left hand, way too strong. Number 32, back up and in. Nice strong rebound there by Riley Mollett of Richmond Model. 5-4, down low, they find the man of the hour, Keegan Ward. He gets bumped, and they're going to say the foul. He's calling it good. He's saying before the shot. But I think the no shot's going to win out.
Yep. Keegan Ward going to find a seat there for giving up the offensive rebound on the other end.
Singleton checks in for him. Inbound to Jude Lakes. Jude working hard. Can't get the left-hand shot to go. Cunningham has his shot blocked by Mollett. Shoe partially came off, I believe, for Cunningham. Number 34 for 3 for Richmond Model. That's good for Vickers. 8-4. Model with the 4-point lead. Summers dribbles right, gives it to Lakes at the top of the key. Down low, they find Cunningham. Cunningham working hard, puts the shot up too strong. Singleton gets the rebound, and he's going to be fouled. Going to whistle that one, I believe, on Riley Mollett, his first and the team's first. Interesting factoid for you that you probably did not know. Up until 1976, Richmond Model was not the Patriots. They were the Rebels. 1976, the student council voted to change it to the Patriots, but the overall student vote was for the Raiders.
Student body.
Yep, student body chose the Raiders, but the council chose Patriots. Good form there from Peyton Singleton. Really good rotation off of his hands. Makes both free throws. Cuts that lead down to 2 at 8-6. That's Bandari. Gives it to Noblet. Now Crockett. Both teams sticking with man-to-man here for the first 5 minutes of action.
Yeah, and Richmond Model kind of run that 5-out set there where you make a pass and just cut to the basket, trying to start a little confusion.
Jackson County playing good defense. A long three is good, though. That's number 34. Vickers with his second three-pointer of the first quarter, and Richmond Model out to their biggest lead at 11-6. Coach Parrott's taking a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. Richmond Model 11, Jackson County 6 on PRTC TV.
Today, reliable internet is crucial for everyone to thrive. PRTC gets it. And we want you to know if you are currently enrolled in the Affordable Connectivity Program or Lifeline to help with your PRTC bill. You will lose these important benefits if you sign up for a government-funded cell phone plan. Protect your ACP or Lifeline benefit. Contact PRTC to learn more.
Jackson County's ball out of the timeout. They trail Richmond Model by 5, 11-6. They were early on. 2:43 left here in the first quarter on PRTC TV. Jackson County's given up 3 3-pointers here in this first quarter. Jude Lake's shot is short. Rebound, Singleton working hard down low. He's going to get fouled again. Good work down there by number 33.
Yeah, Singleton really working hard here in this first quarter, making the most out of the minutes that he's made so far.
Foul was on Crockett, his first and team's third. And Peyton will get a couple of free throws here. First one is good. Three of 3 from the line for Peyton Singleton. Carter Cunningham going to check out, and number 2 Markham going to check in.
Vickers gets replaced by Ward as well.
Rolls that one in as well. So 4 of 4 for Peyton Singleton. He shoots 64%, so off to a great start for him. He ties for the team lead with Keegan Ward, 11-8 Richmond Model. Jackson County, it would appear, does have some sized advantage over the Patriots. Here's a 3 from the top. It's good again. And that is Vickers a third time. 3 threes for Cole Vickers, spelled V-I-C-A-R-S.
He's up 1 right now against the Generals.
Outscoring us by himself, 9-8. Markham right side to Jude Lakes. Markham for a triple. That one's going to roll in. Jamison Markham made friends with the rim and rolled that one in.
Kind of trying to go with the approach of one-upping you, but really don't want to play that game very long.
No. And can he make it 4? Yes. So Cole Vickers has 4 threes here in this first quarter. And it's now 17-11. Vickers on the year shoots 37% from the three-point line, 43 of 116. Already got 4 in the first 5 minutes. Jude Lakes on the baseline, throws it away. Stolen by Vickers, and we've got Markham with a pretty obvious takedown maneuver. First on Jamison and the team's second. Markham going to check out, and Ashton Clemens going to check in, number 13. 1 minute and 1 second left here in the first quarter. 17-11. 5 threes given up by Jackson County here in this first quarter. Four of them by number 34, Vickers.
Yeah, he's really made his presence known here in this first quarter.
Number 10 stepped on the inline. So good defense down there by Ty Summers to not pick up the foul, but to deny him the baseline.
The lines will get you, Brian.
31 checking in, that's Harrison Parkhurst. Replacing number 10, Bandari. So Jackson County could elect to hold for the final shot of the period. At the same time, you don't want to take away from an aggressive style of play when you're down by 6. Summers dribbles right. Lakes at the top. Left elbow to Clemens. Clemens gives it to Ward. Ward, feed down low to Singleton, up and in. Nice job there by Singleton on the catch.
Yeah, nice little two-man game there with Ward and Singleton. Kind of had really nice space. Ward was able to see that the double team was coming.
Number 31 puts it off the glass and good. Nice quick move there by Parkhurst. Jackson County could still have time. 3 seconds left. Summers from 30 feet. Just about made that one. But at the end of one, sharp shooting by Richmond Model has them up by 6, 19-13 over Jackson County. Second period coming up next. Stay tuned to PRTC TV.
Egypt and Mike are back to business.
This is going to be one of our best yet.
Balancing project bids.
You can do that. I can do anything.
And busy kids.
Here we go.
Get head over heels for their jaw-dropping reveal.
That is cool. My yang.
And my yang.
Married to Real Estate. All new Thursday at 9 on HGTV.
Big or small, you need to call 811 before you dig. At least 2 business days before digging, you need to call 811. It's fast, it's free, and it's the law. Why call 811? We mark underground utility lines so you can dig safely. DIY or a pro, you always need to call 811. It's fast to call 811 or visit our website. It's free, and it's the law. Preventing gas and utility damages keeps us all safe. Big or small, you need to call 811 before you dig.
The Richmond Model Patriots nail 5 threes on their way to a 6-point lead as we start the second quarter here at Jackson County High School. Richmond Model Patriots 19, the Jackson County Generals 13. Here on PRTC TV, Jackson County getting the ball to open up the second period. Jackson County 13-7 on the year. And Ty Summers, not sure if he popped his shoulder out of place or what exactly has happened. He's looking at his,
I think he's
left shoulder.
Is he bleeding?
I'm not sure. He doesn't really look like he's in pain, but he might have got a little cut.
Yeah, I think he's got a little cut there on his shoulder because he's looks like the assistant coach Summers is kind of tending to him there.
Yeah,
trying to stop the bleeding, I think.
Assistant coach and mom.
Yes.
So Gabbard checks in for him while they tend to Ty. Like I said, it doesn't look like he's in pain. Just looking at blood on his shoulder, evidently. All right, back to action. Vickers ball overhead, top of the key, gives it to Lakes. Lakes runs out of Real Estate, bounces it to Cunningham. Lakes floating, puts the shot up, tough shot. Can't get it to fall, but does draw the contact. And Jude Lakes will get a couple of free throws out of it. Jude was injured in the last game and didn't play. Good to have him back on the floor. Foul was called on number 22, Ty Balzer, who had just checked in. His first, team's fourth. Jude's first point on the night. Jude shoots 63%, 49 of 78 from the free throw line. Jackson County off to a solid start, 6 of 6.
Kind of a good way, too, to chip in that lead, man, with those free throws. Just
unguarded and no time coming off the clock. Knocked away. Good steal there by Jackson County. Gabbard picks it up, and he is in a hurry. Puts it off the glass and got the blocking foul, too.
Yep.
It was really, really good of Andrew right there because he saw the contact was coming, and he had to get rid of that ball before the contact was coming.
Yep.
And that's a tough shot to make right there.
It really is.
I mean, he banked it in from a really strange angle. Foul is on Richmond Model, and it looks like it's going to give us number 10, Bandari.
Yeah, kind of Bandari there.
I've got him with 2. Scoreboard shows 1. Gabbard free throw rattles out. So Jackson County with the first 4 points here in the first under a minute of the second quarter. And the 6-point lead down to 2 at 19-17. Bandari, and he's done the same thing again. I'm going to bet you he's probably going to get a little bit of bench time for that one.
No, I don't believe.
No, doesn't make the move this time.
No, keep him in there. You know, I think Coach Richard Model's coach might have been kind of arguing for he was pushed out of bounds there, kind of with the forearm.
I got you. Second time that number 10 Bandari's been called for that, and Lakes again with the penetration and going to draw the foul. This time it's going to be on Noblet. His first and team 6.
Real kind of heads up there by Jude to realize that he had him on his hip and was able to attack the basket and go to the line.
Lakes' first one is good. 3 of 3 for Jude from the line. Jackson County 7 of 8. And make it 8 of 9. Jackson County with the first 6 points of the second quarter, and we're even now at 19. Noblet into front court, number 3. Now to Bandari. Bandari trying to make a move on Cunningham, and he got a little bump from Carter. Carter's first and the team's third. They'll call that before the shot. No, they're going to say it is a shooting foul.
Good to see Summers, though. Looks like he's going to check in after this.
Always good to see a player come back from something like that. Free throw short. It's the first free throws of the game for Richmond Model. Cunningham checks out as Summers checks back in. Second one is good. First point of the night for Bandari. 20-19. Patriots by 1 over the Jackson County Generals. Two schools pretty similar in size. Richmond Model a little over 700 kids, and we've got a foul. And what we got, charge?
Yeah. Kind of no. I think Ward with the legal pick kind of got the hip check there.
Gotcha. Moving screen called on number 42, Keegan Ward, his first and team's 4th.
And the Generals too kind of going with a smaller lineup with Cunningham on the bench. Kind of looks like Jude or Andrew one would be considered your 4 with this matchup.
Down low, shot is up and in as they nice pass down low to number 32. That's Mollett, his second bucket. He's got 4. And after Jackson County starts with the first 6, Model answers with 3 unanswered of their own. Jude Lakes over to Summers. Summers over to Lakes. Lakes, we just lost out of bounds evidently. The official over on that side never really signaled anything.
No, he didn't.
He just started walking back toward the other end.
Yeah.
So an unforced error again on Jackson County, 22-19. Momentum first minute and a half was all Jackson County here in this second quarter. Now kind of shifting back toward Richmond Model. Vickers playing some sticky D. Number 34 out of control. Can't get the shot to go. Gets his own rebound, though. Good hustle by number 34 of Richmond Model, Vickers, to get his own rebound. And that foul is on the other Vickers, spelled differently, Corey Vickers, his first and team's 5th. So Vickers was a big part of the reason they built that 6-point lead in that first quarter, is he nailed 4 threes. Hasn't scored here in this second quarter as of yet, but has now. 13 for Vickers. Cale Vickers, senior.
Crockett checking in there too for
Richmond Model.
For Richmond Model.
Second one from Vickers is short and looked like Richmond Model was over the back, and they're going to call a jump ball. Strange call. Possession arrow favors the Patriots, and they'll get it back. So this second quarter has been nothing but runs as Model throws it away. Good steal there by Vickers. Almost a throwaway there. Summers for 3. That one's short. Up high for the rebound, number 15, Coleman for Richmond Model. 23-19, Patriots by 4. We're under 5 now to go here in the second quarter. Jackson County playing some tight man-to-man defense, and didn't see a whole lot of contact there, but we did get a whistle on Jackson County. It's going to go against Peyton Singleton, his first, team 6th, so both teams now with 16 fouls. Number 15 going to the free throw line for Richmond Model. That's Leighton Coleman. Coleman, number 15, a junior. Back when I was in high school, Richmond Model played baseball right next to the interstate right there. You know what that field is?
Yeah.
And they didn't have a fence. So if you hit it past the outfielders, you just ran, man.
Well, that's kind of one way to do it. It's
yeah.
one of those. Justin and I were kind of talking about that before the games. You know, sometimes you hit a foul ball, it's untelling what vehicle is going to be hit. It's just kind of the wrong place, wrong time.
That's right. Yeah, if you could, and the outfielders played kind of deep because of that. You know, because if it got by them, they never catch up to it. 25-19, Richmond Model has ran off 6 in a row after Jackson County ran off 6 in a row. Clemens is open for a 3. That one's no good. Rebound to number 32, Mollett for Richmond Model. So Jackson County in quite a scoring slump here over the past 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, and this kind of, like you said there earlier, Brian, this really seems like a game of runs. It may be just kind of which team gets hot at the end, just the way we're shaping right now at least.
Summers with a nice knock away, and Ashton Clemens has his pass blocked and gets it back and makes an acrobatic bucket in transition. First basket for Ashton Clemens.
Just like Ashton drew it up.
Absolutely. I'm going to throw it to you, but they're going to knock it back to me, and
yep.
I'm going to acrobat it off the window. Only the second field goal of the second quarter for Jackson County. Nice. Good hands there. Jude Lakes coming in from the weak side. Lakes is going to be called for
steps.
Yeah.
Took him a minute, but that's what I thought they were going to get him for.
I'm not sure.
Don't think they really knew what they.
Was he just holding off for dramatic, like a dramatic pause or something?
I guess kind of, really wanting that climax.
All eyes on him.
Yeah.
So Lakes, I think he got popped in the nose.
I couldn't tell if it was the nose or the eye.
So Jamison Markham going to check in for him, number 2. 25-21, lead still at 4. Led by as much as 6, and we're going to have traveling called on Model.
Getting a little happy feet here in this last half of the second quarter.
.321 left here in the first half. Jackson County with the ball trailing by 4.
This last 3 minutes, Brian, you'd really like to see the Generals either get out in front or at least tie it going into the half.
And Coach Greg Parrott wants to talk it over, doesn't like what he sees, so we'll take a break as well. Richmond Model 25, Jackson County 21. We're back in 30 seconds on PRTC TV.
HGTV's feel-good favorite is back with all new episodes.
Holy cow.
Ben and Aaron are bringing heart and soul to their hometown. Join for all new feels,
We like making dreams come true.
reveals, and everything in between.
We need a bigger bathroom.
Hometown is all new. Sunday at 8 on HGTV.
Welcome back to PRTC TV. We're at Jackson County High School, streaming live on this Friday, January the 20th on our PRTC TV YouTube channel and Facebook page. Jackson County Richmond Model doing battle. Model getting the better of it thus far, 25-21. Down low to Cunningham. He is double teamed and has his shot blocked. Here comes the Patriots the other way. Number 10, nobody got in his path, and Bandari makes the bucket, his first field goal. He's got 3. And that matches Richmond Model's biggest lead now, 27-21. Markham floats off the window and in. Nice shot by Jamison Markham. He's got 5. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. Number 32 for 3. It's no good. Clemens right there off the Mollett miss. Bounce pass down to Cunningham. Gets it around his man and has his shot blocked, but they are going to say he got him with the body. Good sportsmanship by number 32, Mollett, to help him up. Cunningham a couple of free throws here. And here in this first half, Hunter Carroll, you look at the starters and the people that have had the minutes on the floor, and 2 glaring ones that we look at are no points for Ty Summers and no points for Carter Cunningham, and we're almost at halftime.
Yeah, it's kind of that's never very good for the general fans, watching at home, but kind of props to some of the other generals that you really wouldn't expect to score have kindly stepped up and kind of made their presence known.
Cunningham misses them both. Jackson County started off shooting their free throws really well, but they missed their last 3. Number 32 was just dead set that he was going to put that shot off, and Markham thought he had a clean block. But he's got his second personal foul, and number 32, Mollett, going to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Mollett on the year is 53%, 16 of 30, misses the first one.
I believe, Brian, that's Harrison Parkhurst.
Oh, 32?
31.
Oh, that's
32's on the bench.
I got you. Thank you, sir. So Parkhurst gets 1 of 2. Parkhurst shoots 59%, 10 of 17. So 1 of 2 for Parkhurst, and that is his first free throw of the night. Has 3 points in the game, and it's now a 5-point lead for Richmond Model, 28-23. Ashton Clemens at the elbow, gives it to Ward at the top. Lob pass down to Cunningham. Now tried to make that extra pass, but it wasn't a good one, but Markham recovers, and then there's a 3 from the guy we said we needed to put some points on the board. Ty Summers, his first points, and it is a 3. Open 3 from the other side is no good by number 15. And Cunningham comes down with the rebound, ahead to Ward. Ward drives, puts it up, and in.
Nice move.
Keegan Ward has 6, 5 unanswered for Jackson County, and we're tied at 28. And Coach John Morgerson wants to take a 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it right here for this 30-second timeout. Jackson County was down by 6, Hunter. They rattled off 6 in a row and tied it up. Model came back, ran off 6 of their own, and now we're to the second spurt for the Jackson County Generals, and we're tied it up again at 28. I think if you're on the Jackson County side, you got to be saying, you know what, we got to keep our momentum. We got to get a good stop down here, because they've been trying to get over the hump the entire first half, but haven't been able to.
Yeah, it kind of really seemed like they're in a funk, just kind of going off everything we've watched this season. Seems like they're maybe trying to run maybe a few new sets or something like that, and don't know how long they've been put in or anything like that, which can kind of cause some confusion and some aggravation between your teammates. when you're running a new set and it's not going the way you're supposed to, or somebody forgets the play, things like that, it can just kind of cause problems for the team.
Model Patriots inbound, tied at 28. We are at the 1 minute mark before halftime. Here's a three. It is no good by Bandari, but they get their own rebound. Offensive board, number 34 in the paint, puts it up and in. Vickers has been a killer here for General fans in this first half. He's got 15.
He's got 15 of the 30.
Half their points.
Yep.
Lob down to Cunningham. Cunningham, nice catch, pump fake, and we've got somebody hanging on his arm. I think it's Bandari.
I believe that's his third, isn't it?
I had him with 2. They only showed him with 1. Now they're showing him with his second, so I must have swore he already had 2 on him. Jackson County slips into the bonus as it is the 8th foul on Richmond Model. Carter Cunningham with a chance to redeem himself for missing 2 a moment ago, and he starts off on the right path. Got Jackson County 9 of 12 from the charity stripe. Started off making their first 8 in a row. Cunningham's second one is good as well. Good form there by Carter for his first 2 points, and we're even again at 30. Cunningham going to get a breather before halftime, and Corey Vickers checks in for him. Jackson County could use a stop to have some positive momentum going into the locker room at halftime.
Especially, kind of picking up full court pressure, trying to rush Model as well.
Crockett penetrates. Can't get a shot off. Number 15, that's Leighton Coleman, out top to Noblet. Now back to Coleman. Knocked
nice
away.
Hands.
Ty Summers with the steal. Pump fake up and won't fall. Gets his own rebound and is going to be fouled and will go to the free throw line. Nice hands down there by number 3, Ty Summers. Foul was on Coleman, and I had him with none, so I must have give Bandari one of his. So Coleman picks up his second and the team's 9th. And Summers will get a couple of free throws here. First one's good. A line drive by Titus. So Ty starting to get into the offensive flow, as is Carter Cunningham, which is good news if you're a General fan. I think that might be their first lead of the night.
I believe you're right.
Jackson County ahead by 2, 32-30, 9.9 seconds left. Here's a long 3, and it's good by number 34, Vickers. Markham got the shot off, but had a double clutch. So on the strength of Cole Vickers' 5th 3 of the first half, Richmond Model with a 1-point lead at halftime. Patriots 33 and the Generals 32. We're back with Hunter at the half. We'll get you prepared for our next broadcast coming up next week, a couple of them at Clay County, and get you ready for the start of the second half. Stay tuned. It's all straight ahead here on PRTC TV.
So, what are we doing here?
Well, just a trim. Maybe kind of a layered look.
Will you read the sign?
How about some real choice? Like the choices you get with IPTV, new from PRTC. Enjoy free HD and new features like on-screen caller ID. Plus, record 4 programs at once with our HD DVR. PRTC, it's all about you.
Kelsey yet to have a catch tonight. What can Mahomes come up with? They only bring 3 as he escapes. Crossbody, and he finds
The Super Bowl experience presented by Lowe's. Interactive games, autographs, NFL memorabilia, and more. Kickoff February 4th at the Phoenix Convention Center. Get your tickets today at superbowl.com/experience tickets.
A bundle from PRTC is your local choice for internet, TV, and phone at a better value. Our internet's faster than ever, with consistent, affordable speeds, no matter how many devices are online. State-of-the-art TV connections deliver more HD choices, convenient DVR options, and now TV everywhere. And unlimited local calling with new long-distance plans, backed by exceptional 24-hour customer service. Make the local choice for a better value. Call or visit PRTC online today.
As a U.S. veteran, imagine getting the care you need without driving all the way to Lexington. At the Virtual Living Room in McKee, you'll have access to VA doctors who can prescribe medications through an easy-to-use computer set up in a private, comfortable environment inside the Jackson County Public Library. Schedule an appointment through your VA doctor today. Gigabit broadband internet service for the Virtual Living Room is provided by PRTC.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, in touch. PRTC cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with GigaSpire whole home Wi-Fi makes life better. If you need an upgrade or just have a question, get in touch. Call or visit PRTC online today.
February 12th. The furriest rivalry in sports is back. When Team Rough battles Team Fluff.
What a game!
The Big Blue Crew versus the Tangerine Machine.
Touchdown!
Puppy Bowl 19. Sunday, February 12th on Animal Planet.
Not enough power? Not okay. Weak Wi-Fi? Also not okay. These days, your home's got Wi-Fi connected gadgets and devices here, there, everywhere, and they all use more and more Wi-Fi until, luckily, an easy upgrade to PRTC fast, reliable internet with GigaSpire whole home Wi-Fi makes it all okay. Call or visit PRTC online for a great upgrade offer today.
It is halftime between the Richmond Model Patriots and the Jackson County Generals here on PRTC TV. Richmond Model with the 1-point lead at the half, 33-32. TJ Isaacs, Justin Lakes, Mark Sulfridge, Hunter Carroll, Brian Murray, the entire PRTC broadcast team here bringing you all the action live, streaming worldwide on this Friday, January 20th. If you're joining us live, make sure you share the broadcast with your friends, even people you don't like, and let's spread the word on this Friday, January 20th, and support these student athletes. It is time for Hunter at the half. Let's find out how we got to this score of 33-32 at the half.
We'll start with Jackson County. Their field goals were 9 of 18 for 50%. They were 2 of 5 from the 3 for 40%. 12 of 14 for 86% from the free throw line. They had 11 team rebounds and 2 turnovers. Then if you flip over to the Model side, Model was 11 of 20 from the field for 55% compared, and then they shot 6 of 9 for 67% from 3. They had 11 team rebounds, 5 of 9 from the free throw line for 56%, and 6 turnovers. And then if you go to the individual stats, if we'll start with Jackson County, you had number 32, Carter Cunningham with 2 points. Number 10, Andrew Gabbard with 2 points. Number 13, Ashton Clemens with 2 points. Number 0, Jude Lakes with 4 points. Number 3, Titus Summers with 5 points. And then the Generals were co-led in scoring with number 42, Keegan Ward, and 33, Peyton Singleton with 6 points. And I left out Jamison Markham. He had 5 points. Then if you flip over to the Model side, it was number 15, Leighton Coleman with 2 points. Number 31, Harrison Parkhurst with 3 points. Number 3, Beckett Parker Noblet with 3 points. Number 10,
Keshav
Bandari with 3 points. Number 32, Riley Mollett with 4 points. And number 34, Cal Vicars with 18 points.
Well, I just want to go ahead and talk about this new graphic that we have on the screen with Hunter. And it appears you've been working out a little bit. And you're looking pretty buff. Look at those. Yeah. I mean, you got those Popeye forearms going on.
I've ate my spinach, you know.
I mean, there's nothing we won't do to entertain you guys. That's a new graphic that Mark has brought us. So, and there's more of this to come. I mean, just grab hold and hang on because you don't know where we're going to take you.
Big shout out to Mark and everything. He's the You know, nobody really sees him a lot, but he does a lot of things behind the scene that nobody knows. And if something goes down, I'd have no idea what to do. And
without him, we're nowhere.
And without Justin and TJ, you know, the best cameraman in the state of Kentucky, as I always say.
Our eyes in the sky.
We can't do it without them.
But listen, just seeing that graphic on the screen, you have inspired me. I'm going to go home tonight and work out a while.
Well, you know, my New Year's resolution was the sit-up challenge for everyone listening at home. And that's a new sit-up for every day. So, for example, you know, if there's 280, we're on day 285. It's 285 sit-ups.
Right.
So that's my New Year's resolution.
I do one every morning.
Okay.
I never miss sitting up in the morning.
No.
Well, as far as the stats go, a big one that stands out. I mean, obviously, we cannot allow them to shoot 6 of 9 from the 3-point line.
No, and what sticks out too, really, me, Brian, you know, is kind of held everyone in check except for Cars. 18 points, and those were all really threes. So I would say, you know, an adjustment that you need to make in the halftime if you're Coach Parrott is let's try and force him to drive. Let's not let him catch and shoot. You know, it wasn't like, you know, it was one dribble shot, pull up three or anything like that. It was catch and shoot. Shout out to Models coach, though, for running several set plays, for going to the hot hand, able to get him the ball and get him really going. And one thing, too, Brian, you know, with a team that you beat before, as you and I both know, calling these games, is sometimes you can overlook a team. And the more you overlook them, the closer this game is, the tighter the team that's probably the favorite to win. You know, 1 by 12 at Berea on a neutral floor. I kind of always go with you know, you're even on a neutral floor. If you're on your home floor, you're probably 10 points better. And if you're on their home floor, they're 10 points better. So kind of going off with that, you know, the Generals might have thought they were going to come in, cruise to a 20-point win tonight. And now they've woke up in the second half and realized that they're in a ball game.
Well, it'd be interesting to see if Coach Parrott also responds by mixing up the defenses, maybe a 2-3 or a 1-3-1, something with a diamond or a chaser to try to limit what number 34 can do Vicars here in this second half. We're going to step away for a 60-second break. We'll come back. Third quarter is straight ahead. Jackson County and Richmond Model here on PRTC TV.
Located in the Jackson County Regional Industrial Park in Annville, Kentucky, the Jackson County McKee Industrial Development Authority helps companies and communities win. It is and always will be our mission to recruit new business and industry and support the people in our region. We want the people and industry to stay in Jackson County, and here's why. We offer workforce information and training, business planning for new and existing businesses, the fastest broadband in Kentucky, state-of-the-art facilities, and financial assistance and tax incentives. All of this with a rich culture of communities that care. We were just announced as a certified work-ready in progress area. What does this mean for Jackson County? It means that we're ready to go to work with a diverse, skilled, and dedicated workforce. We now have a prime 22-acre construction-ready location just off the newly constructed Highway 30 and only 18 miles from I-75. Close enough, yet far enough. We're Kentucky's advanced manufacturing hub.
The first two quarters were almost a mirror of themselves. Model outscored Jackson County 19-13 in the first quarter, and then Jackson County turned around and scored them 19-14 in the second quarter. Model with the 1-point lead, 33-32 here on PRTC TV. Generals with the ball first to open up the second half. Summers gets the screen. He'll try one from 15. That one's off the mark. Looked like he might have had to alter his shot right in the middle of it.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he rushed that one just a little bit.
Number 3, that's Noblet. He's cut off on the baseline, but they're going to whistle a foul on Summers. That'll be Ty's first and the team's first. Nobody in foul trouble really for either team. Nobody more with 2 fouls. Jamison Markham with 2 for Jackson County. Bandari, Mollett, Coleman, all with 2 apiece for Richmond Model. Number 34, Vicars, trying to make a move on Vickers. Good defense by Corey down there. Pump fake, number 15, looked like he traveled. Rebound to Jude Lakes.
Yeah, kind of really good defense there by Vickers, too, making Vicars kind of put it there on the floor, on the deck, and kind of making him feel uncomfortable.
Good defense down there by number 32, Mollett, for Model on Ward. We played almost a minute. No scoring here in the third quarter thus far. Bandari trying to change that, puts it up and in. Nice move as he got Cunningham to fall for the pump fake. Bandari with 5. 35-32, Model by 3, down low. Good feed down to Ward. Can't get the shot to go, but we're going to get a foul on the Patriots. I believe they're going to whistle that one on Mollett. If they do, that's his third. He'll be the first player with 3 fouls for either team, and it is. Keegan Ward back to the, well, actually going to be his first trip to the free throw line tonight. He's got 6 points, had 4 in the first quarter and 2 in the second quarter. Free throw is good. Makes Ward the leading point getter for Jackson County here thus far with 7. Had a total of 8 different players that scored for Jackson County in that first half. Second one good as well. Getting some good free throws from our post players.
Yeah, and it was a very well-balanced attack in the first half for the Generals. Too, you know, no one with over 6, but still, I mean, just like you said, kind of everyone contributing.
Still like to have that one guy that has a standout performance of some kind. Little body foul there called on Keegan Ward. Picks up his second and the team's second. Inbound, and that's the nemesis. Kale Vicars with his 6th 3 of the game.
You've got to get better communication right there if you're the Generals. I'm about positive they knew what set was coming, because I've seen the Generals run it as well, and kind of with the moving picks and things, it's just, you know, somebody's got to get through it, and you got to find a way to fight.
Vicars with 21 to lead all scorers. Gabbard penetrates, loses his footing, but gets it to Vickers. Vickers, pump fake, shot is up, no good. Rebound, flying high. Carter Cunningham up and in. Carter Cunningham flew through that lane like Superman and grabbed that rebound and put it back up and in. He's got 4. Foul was called on Bandari. That's his third and team second, so him and Mollett now have 3 apiece for the Patriots.
See if Cunningham can get the old-fashioned three-point play.
And does. 5 points for Carter Cunningham, and back down to a 1-point lead for Richmond Model. 5:55 left here in the third. They need to know where number 34 is at all times and make him take shots like that.
Yeah, if he makes that, you just kind of live with it.
Rebound bounces around. Vickers ends up with it for Jackson County. Cunningham going to try the triple. That one's good. Carter Cunningham heating up. He's got the last 6 for Jackson County, and the Generals now on top by 2, 40-38. Vickers been assigned to Vicars. His name is spelled Vicars. There's a 3 that's no good by Model. Summers with the rebound. I called him Vickers there in the first half, and it still may be. Right through the hands of Keegan Ward. Noblet intercepts. Down low, good feed. Number 24 puts it up and in. That's Dylan Crockett with his first points. And pulls us even at 40 apiece with 4:51 left here in the third. 30-second timeout called by Coach Morgerson, John Morgerson of Richmond Model. I think if it's Vicars, it probably depends on which side of the creek you were born on, right?
I think so, yeah.
If you're on one side, it's Vicars, and the other side, it's Vickers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think either way. That was one that, we kind of didn't think to ask.
It could go either way.
In pregame,
If his family's listening and we're saying it wrong, we apologize. But
it's not intentional,
we
promise.
But where I've spent one half saying it one way and the other half, I'll get it right half the time.
Yeah.
It's like a clock you never said. It's right half the time of the year.
And then, kind of a big 4-point swing right there, too, with kind of Ward with the hot potato there and coughing it up to go from probably being up 4 to now it's even again.
Good to see Carter Cunningham come to life with the last 6 points for Jackson County. He is a man on a mission down there. Pump fake up and in. And what they going to say?
On the floor.
Basket is good.
Oh, good.
I did also think it was an early whistle. 3, 5, 6, 8 in double figures. Carter Cunningham with 10. Foul was on number 24, Dylan Crockett. His second, team's third. Free throw good by Cunningham. He has owned this quarter for Jackson County.
Really kind of making his presence felt. Whatever Perry had said in the locker room, really.
Two guys going for the same rebound, and it goes out of bounds. So unlucky for Jackson County. Good defensive hold there on the shot, though. Made Model take a tough shot. Gabbard going to check out. Jude Lake's going to check in. Crockett checking out for Model as well. Inbound, set play. Shot is blocked by Ward. Carter Cunningham comes out there with it. He's in a hurry. Up to Jude Lakes on the baseline. Spin move. Tough shot up and in. First field goal of the night for Jude Lakes. 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He's got 6, and Jackson County now with their biggest lead, 45-40.
Yeah, and if I had to bet, I'd say Lakes is probably on a minutes restriction tonight, like you said, kind of coming off that injury and stuff. You really don't want to tweak that injury, and especially a game against the outer region opponent that really doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things.
Balzer with the tough shot, couldn't get it to fall. Jackson County with the rebound, and you pretty much make that charge obvious when you lower that shoulder.
Yep.
Cunningham picks up the charge, his second, team's third, but I still hope he continues to play with the intensity he's played within this third quarter.
Really like to see Carter, too, there. Just shoot it. Don't, kind of had the open shot there. Let's just shoot it. And let's, he doesn't kind of been aggressive, and props to him, but.
Yeah, he can make that baseline jumper all day long. Noblet puts the brakes on. Now Crockett. Bandari. Clemens on him.
Good.
Oh, well, we got 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
5-second call. So, the old pesky defense of Ashton Clemens.
He's going to make you live hard. That's
yes.
for sure. You love the intensity, too, by Clemens.
I was talking to his dad the other day at the store, and I said, he's becoming the guy that if you're the other team, you pray you don't get assigned to him or he don't get assigned to you.
Yeah, kind of make your life very painful.
Jude Lakes weaving through traffic, puts it up and in. I tell you what, when he is on, I believe he is one of the best driving and penetrating guards in the region.
Yes.
Noblet wants 3. That one's no good. Goes up over top of the backboard. It'll go back to Jackson County. Well, we've said it all this time that we've been doing this. This is my 13th season calling the games, and I have seen more games swing in the third quarter than any other quarter, period. First and third quarters are so crucial. So many teams get buried in the first quarter by good teams, and then they just don't let them up. And then the third quarter, things just really swing. And Jackson County has really swung this game around here in this third quarter. Carter Cunningham drives up and in.
Yeah, really, like I said, Carter really making his presence known here in the third quarter. Game's starting to kind of slip away from Richmond Model.
Carter Cunningham with 11 of his 13 in the third quarter. Full timeout called by Richmond Model. We'll take a break as well. 2:49 left in the third. Generals by 9, 49-40 over the Patriots of Richmond Model on PRTC TV.
Fiber-powered internet from PRTC is fast. Crazy fast. Experience crazy fast internet speeds from PRTC with reliable downloads up to 1 gig. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And with our new GigaSpire Blast, you'll enjoy the ultimate Wi-Fi experience everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Contact PRTC to sign up or upgrade your internet today.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage Plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Richmond Model with the ball out of the timeout. Jackson County leading by 9, and we do get finally a miss off the hand of number 34, Kale Vicars. Here comes Jude Lakes into the paint, puts it up, no good. Wanted the foul, no call. Here comes Bandari the other way, puts the shot up, can't get it to fall, but does draw the contact. Foul's going to be called on Lakes. That's his first. Team's fourth.
Kind of a frustration foul there with Lakes. Kind of didn't like what he got on one end, so.
Felt like he should have got the call on that end.
Yep.
Keshav Bandari going to shoot 2 here. That one rolls off. 1 of 3 from the line for Bandari. He's got a total of 5 points. 32 replaces 15. It'll be Mollett replacing Coleman for the Patriots. Second one is going to rattle out. Jude Lakes right there for the rebound.
Another thing, too, kind of to prop Jude, is I believe he's one of the best rebounding guards. Nice up and under right there. Oh, you got to finish that, Jude.
Oh, yeah, he's one of the better rebounding guards in the region. And we got traveling called on number 34. Model did not like that call at all.
And one thing, too, is I think his model's kind of being informed tonight is there's different styles of calls in the 11th versus the 13th. That's probably not enough travel in the 11th.
Markham, catch and shoot, is an air ball. Singleton saves it in, tries to bounce it off another player, but number 24 there, Crockett, there to get it down the other end. An easy bucket for number 32, Mollett. He's got 6. First points in a while for Richmond Model, 49-42. Generals by 7. Minute and a half left here in the third. Cunningham, catch and shoot. Off the glass and in. He's got 13 in the quarter, 15 for the game. Going to whistle Markham on a hand check. Third on Jamison Markham. He becomes the first general with 3. Team's 5th. Bandari will inbound for the Patriots of Richmond Model. Only remaining laboratory type school in Kentucky, affiliated with the Eastern Kentucky University. Mollett picks up his dribble. Bandari trying to back Clemens down and lost his footing for a moment, recovers and gets it to Noblet. Noblet into the paint and going to be bailed out by a foul from Jackson County. That's going to be on Lakes again. So Jude picks up his first 2 back-to-back, and we're going to have Noblet to the line to shoot 2. Hasn't been to the free throw line tonight. Has 3 points. That was way back in the first quarter. Free throw too strong. Model struggling from the free throw line here in this third quarter. They've missed their first 3. Markham and Clemens come out. So Connor Cunningham going to replace Carter Cunningham, give him a breath before the fourth quarter. He's had a whale of a third quarter. Noblet shoots 47% on the season. He gets 1 of 2. He's got 4. And now 51-43 with 45 seconds left in the third period. Jude Lakes at the top of the key. Connor Cunningham trying to get position, and we're going to have a foul called, double foul called on both of them, number 15 and number 20, I believe.
I think that's kind of more of a, let's try and calm things down. It's had a little chippiness here in this third quarter and kind of the whole game.
That's Connor's first, the team's 7th, and then that's going to go against Coleman. That's his 3rd and the team's 4th. So I'm assuming on a double foul where it did put Model into the bonus, they'd shoot free throws, but evidently not on a double foul call.
I think it would have if Model had possession.
If they'd had the ball. Yeah, that makes sense. You don't see a double foul very much.
No.
And we're going to have a foul called on Noblet. And I totally agree with what you are saying. The officials are trying to do their best to keep a handle on this basketball game and not let things get out of control. 23 seconds left in the quarter. And we got a moving pick called on Connor Cunningham. So a whole lot of fouls and not much else over the past 30 seconds. That is a player control foul. So even though it's the 8th team foul on Jackson County, you don't get free throws on player control fouls, which are offensive fouls. So now Model can hold for the final shot of the third period. Crockett with it at the elbow. Swing it around to the left elbow to Noblet. Down low to Crockett. Can't get the shot off.
Leave him.
Vicars. There it is again. 24 for Vicars, and Jude can't get the shot off in time, so the momentum swings a little bit toward Model as we close out the third quarter, and they are well within striking distance at the end of 3. Jackson County 51, Richmond Model 46. Fourth quarter straight ahead. Stay tuned to PRTC TV.
All right, crew, let's get started. All right.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
There are lots of small reasons to have home phone service, and one very big one. 911 emergency location. Only a call from your home phone instantly transmits your address to emergency personnel. Cell phones can't.
911, what's your emergency?
If trouble comes to your home, seconds count. PRTC Home Phone helps first responders do their job. It's a small price to pay for what you can save.
Only 8 minutes left in regulation as we start the fourth quarter from Jackson County High School. We are PRTC TV. Jackson County boys leading Richmond Model by 5, 51-46. Richmond Model with the basketball. Jackson County outscored them 19-13 in that third quarter. 7 3-pointers for number 34, Cale Vicars. Number 32 for 3. That one's no good off the hand of Mollett. And Ty Summers with the rebound. Cunningham had a huge 13-point quarter in that third period. He's a huge part of the turnaround for the Generals in that third frame. Numbers are so interesting. Model outscored Jackson County 19-13 in the first quarter. Jackson County outscored Model 19-14 in the second quarter. And then Jackson County outscored Model 19-13 in the third quarter. Down low, and Lakes trying to get it to Ward, and thought he should have been further on down, threw it out of his grasp, and it's a turnover. 1 minute gone here in the fourth. Noblet over to number 32, Mollett.
One thing Model does a very good job at is screening away from the ball.
Tough shot there, right there by Mollett. He's got 8. And the lead down to 3 now as Model has had the last 5 points in a row. Jackson County going to have somebody spark them here in the fourth quarter. Third quarter, it was Cunningham.
Oh, they had Cunningham and missed him.
Just for a moment. Yeah, he was wide open under the basket. Jude Lakes rising up, puts it up and in. Not many can guard him when he gets in there floating like he does. He's got a very quiet 10 points here in this game.
And that's the best way to kind of describe it, is he literally looks like he's floating out there.
Yeah, he's just so deceptive in the way he speeds up and slows down and can control the basketball so well. Bandari hands off to Noblet. Noblet out of control. Really close to a travel. Number 34, tough shot. Doesn't go. Off the hand of Vicars. Lakes on the baseline. Can't get the shot off. Shovel pass down to Ward, up and in. Keegan Ward is in double figures with 10. Big bucket for Jackson County there to get back-to-back buckets. Now lead by 7, 55-48. Short is short, well short. You could tell off his hand. Mollett might have been partially deflected.
I can't tell if it was deflected or if he just rushed it.
Cunningham drives. Gives it to Lakes. Corey Vickers. Jude down to Ward. Up, no good. Gets his own rebound and is going to be fouled on the putback attempt. Keegan Ward having a whale of a game. Fouls on Mollett, and that's going to be his 4th and team 6th. First player on either team with 4 personal fouls. Free throw is too strong for Ward. And Mollett will check out with those 4 fouls. Ward's second one is off as well, so misses a pair.
Fell away on that one. I could tell it was short before it left his hands.
Generals come up empty. Here comes Bandari across the timeline for Model. Gets a step on Summers, but can't finish, and there's going to be a foul called. Looked like it was kind of a late whistle. Bandari grabbing his left knee. It's going to be the second personal on Ty Summers, the team's 9th. And Bandari trying to walk off the.
Couldn't tell if they bumped knees or he kind of hyperextended it when he kind of landed awkwardly.
I had initially thought the same thing, that him and Summers might have bumped knees, but Summer doesn't seem any worse for the wear, and if you do bump knees, it's just like a headbutt. Nobody wins. Bandari continues to struggle from the free throw line. He is 1 of 5. 4:44 left in the game. 55-48. Generals by 7. Second one is going to roll in. So 6 points for Bandari. He will get a needed break.
Parkhurst checking in.
Number 31, Harrison Parkhurst, replaces him. Not a whole lot of scoring here in this 4th quarter thus far, as we're nearing the midway point, and we only have a total of 7 points scored by the 2 teams combined. Lakes gets a step, puts it up, and rolls it in. Jude Lakes coming to life. He's got 12. Cunningham leads the team with 15. $57-49.
Kind of getting in that danger zone if you're a Richmond Model fan. Just kind of the way this second half's gone.
Good spin move by number 31, and might have been a little bit out of control, but I say Jude got a piece of him. That'll be the 3rd on Jude and the team's 10th. It should be a shooting foul anyway.
And that's a great way to get back into a game.
Absolutely.
An open 15-footer and the clock stopped.
I believe that is Harrison Parkhurst, number 31, shooting them.
I think so too.
That's his second trip to the line. He was 1 of 2 back in the second quarter. He's got 4 points. 57-50. Second one rolling in as well. Both of them caught extensive rim, but fell through. So still a full 2-possession game. 2-possession lead for the Generals, 57-51. Cunningham lobs it down for Ward. Nice lob, nice catch, nice shot, and he gets the foul as well.
Really kind of props there to Ward, too, to kind of catch it high, keep it high. That's something always that Coach Parrott kind of barks every day, especially in the post, because if you get it down low, it lets guards and the other defender kind of be able to tie you up for the jump ball.
They called the foul on Leighton Coleman. That's going to be his 4th as well. And Ward with a chance to complete that 3-point play. One of the things that I have always found a little bit unattractive about the over-the-top is it makes the person that's going to receive the pass, if you're not careful, if they put their hands even near the defender that's in front of them, you're going to get a push-off call. And that's a tough pass to execute anyway, but you also have the high potential for an interception or an offensive foul.
And a lot of times, too, you can catch yourself too deep.
Yes, and by the time you catch it, you're under the basket. Noblet can't get that shot to fall. It was well short. Generals pick it up. Here comes Jude Lakes. Oh, the fearless Jude Lakes going in there among the Timbers. He's got 6 in the quarter, 14 for the game. Generals trying to put this one away. 10-point lead, 61-51 over Richmond Model, 3:13 left. More straight ahead on PRTC TV.
The biggest game happens before kickoff.
Are you ready to tailgate?
Each week, 2 teams of culinary warriors battle on an NFL team's home turf, sidelining ordinary football food for game-changing gourmet. All new NFL Tailgate Takedown. Wednesday night at 9 on Food Network.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from PRTC TV sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value of PRTC TV everywhere. Visit prtcnet.org and sign up today.
Jackson County has held Richmond Model to only one field goal over these first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter and have outscored them 10-5 to expand the lead out to 10. Jackson County 61, Richmond Model 51. Top of the key three is going to be short. That put a body on number 34 Vicars that time and made him kind of shoot it fading away. He's been our nemesis all night with 7 3-pointers and has kept Model in this game. Lake's just taking his time because time's
on your side.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 10-point lead, 2:37 left in the game. Vickers you just can't hang with him very easily. He's just too slick. Can't finish there, though. That's nice aggressive move on the other end. Number 15 in a hurry down there is Leighton Coleman, his first field goal. 61-53. Summers bounce pass ahead to Vickers. Vickers gets out of the double team nicely, bounces it down to Jude Lakes, gets his defender in the air, and they're going to say the foul was on the floor. Jude Lakes is trying to plead with the official. If I ball fake him and he gets in the air and then I go into him, and how can that be? Foul was on
15, I believe.
If I've got 15 fouling out if that's on 15.
So do they.
So Leighton Coleman fouls out with 4 points. He was the one that made that last bucket down there for Model. Number 24, Dylan Crockett, checks back in. So Jude Lake's going to get a 1-and-1. He's got 14 in the game, 10 here in the second half, and misses the front end.
Got to make those.
2-minute mark. Jackson County still with the 8-point lead. Noblet in the corner to Bandari. His knee looked like it's performing better. All the way through the paint. Nice shot as he got around Summers. 8 for Bandari. 61-55. Still a lot of time left.
Smart decision there by Lakes.
Yeah, your clock is your best friend right now. Gonna have a foul called on Bandari. He's picked up his 4th, team's 8th, or 9th rather. So Jude Lakes will have a chance to redeem himself at the free throw line after missing the front end. He made his first 4 free throws in a row back in the second quarter. So he's shooting 80% for the game. That one's good. Ties him for the team lead with Carter Cunningham, who's got 15. They've got 15 apiece. And Jude's second one also good. So 6 of 7 from the free throw line for Jude Lakes. 63-55. 8-point lead. 1:22 left in the game. Bandari, one-handed floater is no good. Rebound
nice
to
rebound.
Keegan Ward just said it's mine.
Again, kind of up 8 right here. You got a minute 9. Smart kind of heads up there by Jude.
Yeah, Jude Lakes made a solid decision there to use that timeout, his full timeout. We'll keep it right here. Gives us a chance to remind you that our upcoming broadcast next week on Monday, we will travel to Bobby Keith Gymnasium in Manchester and do a mismatched doubleheader, which is an unusual thing for us. This was all necessitated by the Lady Generals winning the 13th Region All-A, and they have to play at 8 o'clock next Wednesday against Bishop Brossart. And that's I think that's the last game of the night.
It is, the nightcap.
Nightcap, 8 o'clock.
if they win, they'll play at 1 o'clock on that Friday. I'm pretty sure, and it'll be the winner of Bethlehem, and I can't remember the school that Bethlehem's going up against. I know Bethlehem's the favorite in that game and probably the favorite to win the 5th region as a whole, not just the All-A.
Jackson County moved their game with Clay County back a day. It was originally going to be on Tuesday, and they moved it to Monday. So that'll be a 6 o'clock tip. Jackson County and Clay County's girls at Manchester. We'll have that game for you. And then we're going to hang around at 7:30 for the Clay County boys against Middlesboro. And then on Tuesday, we'll have the Clay County boys taking on the Jackson County boys at Clay County High School. So 2 trips to Manchester next week for PRTC TV. I think that's our only broadcasts for the week. Next week as the Generals and Lady Generals playing on the road. Fouls on Crockett. That's his 3rd, team's 10th, and put Keegan Ward now to the line for a double bonus. He's missed his last 3 after making his first 2. That free throw rattles home. I love seeing Keegan get more involved in the offensive flow. He's got 13 points on the night and has really been a strong presence for the Generals in the paint.
Yeah, kind of really made himself known, too. And one thing I really like about Keegan is he seems to be, he's kind of growing into his role, and he's accepting his role a little more of kind of being, he really doesn't need the offense to run through him to kind of get his. It's kind of more just, shots up, let's go get an offensive rebound.
3-pointer there by Riley Mollett to pull them back to within 7. Timeout on the floor. 51 seconds left. We're back in just a moment. 65-58. Generals by 7 over Richmond Model on PRTC TV.
Yes, we're all quite over staying home right now. But we can make it better by streaming the great shows and movies we've been wanting to see. PRTC can help. With fast, reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig, enhanced by reliable Wi-Fi. Stream all you want, no matter how many gadgets are going at once. And with our new GigaSpire Blast, you'll enjoy the ultimate Wi-Fi experience everywhere in your home. Contact PRTC to sign up or upgrade today.
51 seconds left in the game. 65-58. Jackson County on top by 7 here on PRTC TV. Jackson County with the ball. Look for a really quick attempt for a steal or a foul, and we get one really quickly by number 3, Noblet. That's his 3rd, and they're in the double bonus, so we're going to bring Keegan Ward down there. They were really intent on fouling him as soon as he got the ball. I don't know if they just have short-term memory loss or what. He just
I don't know. I guess kind of hoping with the kind of your younger player, maybe not been in that situation before.
Well, I guess at this point my argument's falling apart, but he's done a good job. I mean, he's 4 of 8 from the line. At 14 points has Keegan Ward, and he's a good shooter, but that was a good philosophy by Model as they come up empty. Still is a 3-possession game. Noblet for 3. That one's short. And Model has going to be a foul on Vickers from behind, trying to poke it away. That'll be the 2nd on Corey. And Jackson County well into the double bonus as well in fouls, as both teams has got 11 team fouls. And I believe our shooter is number 24, Crockett. Free throw is good. Crockett's first trip to the line gives him 3 points on the night. 37 seconds left, 65-59. Still enough time for Model to make a run as Crockett makes them both. 65-60. Summers gives it to Cunningham. Ahead to Lakes. Lakes weaving through traffic, eating away precious seconds off the clock. Down low, they find Vickers for an easy one. Well, we'll take those.
Yep.
First points for Vickers.
I'll kind of give Jude Lakes the hockey assist on that one.
Nothing like a hockey assist. Noblet shoots it high off the glass, no good. Cunningham with the rebound, and Noblet going to foul him, but all academic at this point with only 6.5 seconds left. Cunningham going to have a chance to shoot 2 free throws with 6.5 left.
Cunningham's kind of got a nice little streak going right here in the second half. He's not missed a shot in the second half.
Impressive.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a huge part of the turnaround in this game there in that third quarter, pouring in 13 of his 16. And that ties him for the team lead with Jude Lakes right there with 16. He's made his last 5 consecutive free throws as well after missing his first 2. 68-60. That one's good as well. 17 for Cunningham. 69-60. Number 31 with a long 3 at the horn, and Jackson County improves to 14-7 on the year, while Richmond Model falls to a record of 7. If I can find them on here. Yep, 7-10. 69-60, your final score. Stay tuned. We'll come back and talk to our PRTC TV player of the game, run down your final stats, and have a quick broadcast reminder about our broadcast coming up next week. 69-60, again the final. Jackson County prevails on PRTC TV.
We understand an upside-down world, but they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Who do you think is going to fix all this? We will, because our future is the future. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more because we have an appointment with destiny.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a new phone, but really don't want to pay the hundreds of dollars up front for it? Appalachian Wireless has a deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $600 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and then a few bucks a month more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay. And it's called the Appalachian Advantage because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
There's so many great things about life in gig country, and PRTC is proud to be one more. A local internet provider with all the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power multiple Wi-Fi devices all over your home, we've got the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, give us a call, or visit us online to learn more. PRTC, your local internet connection.
You ready? You're gonna love this. To crank it up and rock it out. We took you backstage and we made you laugh out loud. We brought you great stories and a front row seat to some of country music's biggest stages. But trust us, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. That's an avalanche of awesome. This is a Circle Network, and we are just getting started.
It is a final. The Jackson County Generals defend their home court with a 9-point win over the Richmond Model Patriots by a final of 69-60 here on PRTC TV. And over here on my right-hand side is a big part of the reason we was able to get it done tonight. Mr. Carter Cunningham, 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. And Carter, great game tonight. We had seen the Richmond Model Patriots back at the Berea Holiday Classic, and it kind of looked like and felt like in the beginning in that first half that we might have been overlooking them a little bit. We really couldn't get much of a spark going offensively. Talk to us about what, after you went to the locker room at halftime, you just came out and just had a whole new level of aggressive play that you really wanted it coming out of that third quarter.
Yeah. Well, we just came out kind of slow. And then we weren't really running the offense that good. And so I knew that at halftime I had to score some points if we was going to win.
One thing that a lot of people don't know about your game, which is somewhat similar to Abby Gilbert's game on the girls' side of Jackson County, is that a lot of other teams don't understand that you are very comfortable stepping out from beyond the arc and making the three. You made one there in that third quarter, and you don't mind handling the basketball as well. Do you feel like that has been a dimension to your game as a post player now for Jackson County that has been very beneficial in a lot of different spots?
Yeah, I think it especially helps on the, when they press. I can see over everybody to throw it up the court better.
Now, we had a very disappointing loss, of course, to North Laurel here last week. We didn't have Jude, and I think maybe Peyton was out as well. What does it mean to this team to come back to your home floor a few days later and defend against a pretty good team from the 11th region in the Richmond Model Patriots?
Yeah, that was a tough loss, but it just goes a lot better when we have everybody on the floor, especially Jude to help run the ball up the court.
You talked about the team learning some new sets and some different things and how everything wasn't in flux necessarily in that first half and players out of position or not knowing exactly what their role was on the in those sets. What was Coach Parrott telling you guys in the locker room at halftime? You found yourselves down by one and just really didn't have any momentum going. What was Parrott giving you guys direction on going into that second half?
Yeah, he encouraged us to hustle more and to move on offense so we get open shots.
Well, I tell you what, you had a whale of a game tonight. Third quarter, so many games are decided in that first and third quarter. In the first quarter, good teams will bury you, get you down 10 or 12 points, and not let you up off the mat. And then the third quarter, things swung around, and you were the difference maker tonight with 13 of your 17 points in that third quarter. Didn't miss a shot in the second quarter from the floor or from the line, and that's why you are our PRTC TV Player of the Game. Congratulations, Carter.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir. We'll talk to you Tuesday at Clay County.
All right.
Big one coming up.
Yeah.
All right, Carter Cunningham, great job tonight. He had 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. He is our PRTC TV Player of the Game. And, you know, you certainly could have made an argument tonight, Hunter Carroll, for Jude Lakes. He has 12 of his 16 in that second half, and then also a great job tonight by Keegan Ward with 14 points for the Generals. But when you look at the difference maker in the game, we were looking desperately for a spark in that third quarter, and it was number 32, Carter Cunningham.
Yeah, Brian, I think you and I both can say it's safe to say that in that first half, Model kind of really dominated. The score didn't kind of, I guess, tell that or anything like that, but Model kind of really had their way, got their sets. I mean, when you have a kid score, I believe it was 18
he had
in the
18,
first half, you
yeah.
know.
And we held him to 6 in the second half and none in the fourth.
And I mean, right there, it just kind of proves that, you know, you're able to make those adjustments going in the locker room. But when you let a kid score 18 and what, he hit 5 threes, I believe?
He hit 7 threes.
I mean, 5 in the first half.
Oh, 5 in the first half, yeah.
You know, you got 5 in the first half there. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's kind of, it's going to be hard to stay on that pace of, to win a game if you're going to, you know, at that rate, he's on pace for, let's see,
36.
36.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just things like that. But, you know, props to the Generals coming out, making those big, crucial halftime adjustments. And like you said, you know, Carter Cunningham really had his way in the third quarter. And I know Jude kind of had a big fourth quarter, but like you and I were talking off air, who's to say Jude can have that fourth quarter without the spark of Carter Cunningham?
Absolutely. We may have been in a situation where we've been playing catch-up and doing desperate things, but the Generals outscored them 37-27 in that second half to pull away for the 9-point win. Let's get inside the numbers before we leave the air. It's time for a final look at stats. Here is Hunter.
We'll start with Models individual. You had number 3, Beckett Parker Noblet with 4 points. Number 15, Leighton Coleman with 4 points. Number 24, Dylan Crockett with 4 points and 5 rebounds. Number 31, Harrison Parkhurst with 5 points. Number 10, help me out again, I'm sorry.
That is Keshav Bandari.
Keshav Bandari with 8 points. And then Model was led by number 34, Cole Vickers or Vickers. We've not decided yet, with 24. Then if you flip over to the General side, you had number 13, Ashton Clemens with 2 points. Number 24, Corey Vickers with 2 points. Number 10, Andrew Gabbard with 2 points. Number 2, Jamison Markham with 5 points. Number 3, Titus Summers with 5 points. Number 33, Peyton Singleton with 6 points and 6 rebounds. I thought he had some very good minutes in the first half, Brian. Then you go to number 42, Keegan Ward with 14 points and 5 rebounds. Number 0, Jude Lakes with 16 points. And then our PRTC Player of the Game was Carter Cunningham with 17 points and 5 rebounds. Then if you go to the team stats, Brian, Jackson County was 22 of 39 from the field for 56%, compared to Models 20 of 44 for 45%. Richmond Model shot 9 of 18 for 50%, compared to Jackson County's 3 of 7 for 43%. The Generals shot 30 free throws tonight, Brian, and they made 22 of those for 73%, compared to Models 11 of 19 for 58%. Model did have 21 team rebounds compared to the Jackson County Generals 27. The Generals did have 6 turnovers over the night, though, compared to Models 8.
Did you do assists?
I had Jackson County Generals with 10 assists, and the Model Patriots with 3.
All right. Good win at home for the Jackson County Generals as they defeat Richmond Model both times they faced them this year and improved to 14-7 on the year. Richmond Model falls to 7-10. Our next broadcast will be Monday. We'll have a mismatch doubleheader at Clay County High School. It'll be the Jackson County Lady Generals taking on the Clay County Lady Tigers at 6 o'clock. Then we're going to hang around and cover the Clay County Boys taking on the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets.
Yes.
And then we'll be back to Clay County on Tuesday as the General Boys will travel over for a game against the Clay County Tigers. That will be a 7:30 broadcast. So 2 games on Monday, single game on Tuesday, and we'll be rooting on the Lady Generals coming up on Wednesday. Won't be able to cover that because they have exclusive rights up there to that All-A-State tournament, but the Lady Generals play Bishop Brossart at 8 o'clock next Wednesday. So until Monday, for TJ Isaacs, Mark Sulfridge, Justin Lakes, Hunter Carroll, this is Brian Murray saying thank you for joining us and have a great night from PRTC TV.